Hello, I'm Lyn Ross, the creator of CelluliteRx Clinical Body Care Products, distributed by Institut DERMed. Today, in this video presentation, we're going to be showing you how to perform the CelluliteRx Clinical Body Wrap. And we're so fortunate to have with us Lyn Ross, the owner and founder of Institut DERMed.
I'm so excited today to be demonstrating a treatment for you that has been ultra successful in my medical spa here in Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. These products were developed as standalone treatments, which I'll be showing you today, and also to be used with a multiple of devices that you may have in your individual spa. So follow me throughout the demonstration. Try these products yourself at home and with your clients, and I promise and guarantee you're going to love the results. I'll be demonstrating for you the CelluliteRx Wrap Level 1 and Level 2 professional treatments to be performed for your clients in your treatment cabin. I always start with the gommage. This is a lipo-smooth body polish. This is a perfect way to pre-cleanse the skin, exfoliate the skin, and in fact this can be continued in the home post-treatment, and it could even be used as a total body scrub. For our professional treatment purposes, I'm going to apply the lipo-smooth. This is our step one. Mostly I want to show you the concentration of the product. This is a very creamy, finely milled walnut scrub, and we use about a pea size for the entire thigh area. For demonstration purposes, I will be working exclusively from the thigh down to the top of the knee. However, I do want you to keep in mind that with this procedure, clients probably will want to have the whole gluteus maximus area treated. But again, for the privacy of our model and just for the demonstration, for you to learn how to apply the product and see the results, the instantaneous results, we'll just focus on the thigh area for today. So I've just applied the lipo-smooth. I'm going to do both legs, but we just started here with the right leg. Does not require a lot of pressure. I always like to hold where I'm working, and so I just use these upward circular motions and make sure that I am thoroughly working the milled walnut scrub shells into the tissue so that we have our whole area finely exfoliated. You'll feel the creaminess of the exfoliator being absorbed into the skin, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We really do not want to see a lot of cream on the skin. We want to have the cream evaporate or be absorbed into the skin, and then feel that roughness of these beautiful walnut shells on the skin for exfoliation. We also want to begin to see that very faint erythemaceous flush that we're going to be going for as we work throughout the treatment. We're going to see more and more of that erythema, that little redness, vasodilation. So we've just finished the one leg. I'm going to go over and, while I'm at it, work on the second leg to make it easier for those of you watching the training to see how I remove the scrub. So we're just going to really work this into the skin. And you can see I actually used a little bit more of the product on this left leg, and you see I'm having a slightly more difficult time getting that exfoliation to start to happen. So when I say pea size or 2 pea sizes, I really mean that, because the product is super concentrated, which is going to save you an enormous amount of cost per treatment, and also make it easier for your, not only your application, but your removal. So here we are. We have this really working now. Kind of these circular motions, just making sure that we really have this worked into the tissue. Okay, and now we're ready to remove it. Already you can see a little bit of that erythematous flush coming up here on the back of this right leg. We're getting a little bit of a response out of the tissue now, and that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see this skin responding, because that's actually what creates healing and rejuvenation. So now I'm going to apply my damp towels. What I'm using here are disposable towels, but you could use towels from your hot cabbie, or you could use a microfiber mitt, and in some treatment areas, I've even just brushed the walnuts off the skin and then continued on with the treatment. But when you're removing with any kind of a damp towel, and I'm fine right now with you using a warm towel later on in the treatment when we're applying the clinical peels, we want to use more of a cool towel for the removal. But to take off or remove the Lipo Smooth phase, that warm towel will actually help open the tissue slightly, so we get better penetration of our next phases, next product application, and it also will feel really good to the client as well. So I'm fine with you doing that. Okay, that looks really great. And then, as you know, when I perform my treatments, I always like to dry the skin post wet removal, because that's what creates more comfort. And then we'll just, any residual walnuts that are there, we'll just remove that. So that looks absolutely beautiful. So now we'll come to the next treatment area. So you see, you just bunch those grains right up into the towel. And then as you are removing the grains, you can fold them up into the towel, and then you'll have clean surfaces to continue the lifting of the fine grains. So that looks very clean. And now we'll just dry this area as well. So both of the treatment areas are now prepped and ready for the professional peel. So in your CelluliteRx home care regimen, you'll have 3 products. You'll have this Lipo Smooth for exfoliation and conditioning, and then you'll have our Lipotherm, which I'll talk about in a few minutes when I'm starting to apply that, and then the Lipo lift. In your professional treatment, you want to add a higher level of intensity to the treatment so that you create that value, and the client will come back approximately once a week for 6 sessions. So I'll be using the pumpkin enzyme peel here on the right thigh, and then I'll show you the application of the 30% glycolic plus peel on the left leg. Now, I don't want to be confusing in that I'm doing it this way just for time's sake. Actually, you would have the client begin to use the product at home in your treatment cabin. You would start with the pumpkin exfoliating enzyme acid peel and perform that 1 or 2 sessions, and then you would progress the intensity of the treatment by increasing the intensity of the peel, and that will be performed on the left leg with the glycolic, and I'll talk to you more about that as we're going through that process. So let's see. Okay, this feels phenomenal, and really, even if you just did this, it would be great. So I'm going to take our pumpkin enzyme peel and a spatula because I can get a nice thin application using the spatula more so than a piece of cotton or even a fan brush. You can see I put about less than a teaspoon in my glass beaker, and we're just dispensing that evenly on the treatment area. Very small amount. Now, the peels are designed to process on the body, very different than on the face. On the body, the peels are designed to process for about 4 to 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and apply the glycolic peel again with my spatula, so we get a nice thin application. Okay, that looks well covered there. All right, so we'll let this process now for approximately 5 minutes, and then we'll take a look at the difference in the legs prior to the treatment, and then we'll be applying the treatment to both sides of the legs, and you'll be able to see the difference in the intensity due to the peel. It's been 5 minutes for our peel processing time, and just to review quickly before I start the removal of the peel process, I want to remind all of you that on the right leg I performed the Institut DERMed pumpkin enzyme acid exfoliating peel, and in a series of treatments your client, you would apply this peel prior to the CelluliteRx to increase the absorption of the CelluliteRx products, approximately 2 to 3 sessions. On the left leg, on the left leg, I have applied the Institut DERMed glycolic 30% glycolic peel plus 30%. Now, this is the treatment that you would perform prior to the CelluliteRx application to increase absorption skin texture, collagen remodeling. And so this would be your level 1 with the pumpkin peel and your level 2 in your protocol book with the glycolic peel. So just to be very, very clear that these two peels would be performed in combination with the CelluliteRx Professional Wrap treatment on separate sessions. So the pumpkin peel for 2 to 3 and then the glycolic peel for 2 to 3 prior to the CelluliteRx wrap, which is what we're going to do right now after I remove the peels. So we'll just take our cool. So these towels I have taken out of the water. I have allowed the towels to be out in the air. So the towels actually now are more cool. And this is exactly what you're looking for when you're removing any kind of a peel from the tissue, is you want your removal material, and this is just water that's on the material, to be cool, not warm. And so we've just easily removed this pumpkin peel with our cool towel, and we're continuing to see this erythematous flush in the skin. And now we'll remove the glycolic plus peel. And these disposable hand towels work very, very well, and really help you cut down on your laundry too when you're performing lots of these wraps in your spa. Okay, so the skin looks absolutely beautiful, and that very hydrated, little bit of pink rosy color is exactly what we're looking for. We want to dry the skin. And now we're going to move on to our CelluliteRx layering treatment. The first product that we're going to layer is the Lipotherm Contour Cream. So this is an amazing combination of ingredients: caffeine, guarana, carnitine. It has niacin, wild yam extract, bioavailable peptides, anti-inflammatory peptides, as well as it has a patented liposome delivery system so that you get really great absorption into the tissue. This is what we call our hero product. So this is the product that the entire treatment is built around. And this is a beautiful aromatherapeutic, created with essential oils, no perfumes, no phthalates, no dyes, no parabens. Just a beautiful formulation, super concentrated, and I just want you to see, I mean concentrated. So you please do not overuse this product. This treatment should cost you well under $3 to perform with all of your materials and your product. And then we have information on, of course, our treatment fees and series pricing that you can look at in your materials once you receive them. So we're just going to now massage so you can see how far this product spreads. It really opens up during the application process. Get on the other side here. And you can do these, oh, it just smells so delicious. It's got this amazing kind of tangerine, mandarin, aromatherapy product quality to it. And you can do these, you don't have to use a lot of pressure, because that's the great thing about this particular wrap treatment, is that the product is so active and bioavailable to the tissue that it really does all the high performance work for you. But these small effleurage movements do help in the penetration and absorption of the product. So the more you can effleurage that product into the tissue, the better. So we'll just do our second treatment area here. So this is our pumpkin enzyme treatment area. We'll just get this thoroughly massaged into the skin with our little S movements here. And because of the video, obviously I'm not traveling around the treatment table, but to make yourself and the client more comfortable, I would recommend traveling around the treatment table and treating each side of the body from the proper side of the treatment table. Just massage that, goes in so beautifully, feels amazing even under my gloved hand. So clean. And you know, with cellulite massage, if you want to pick the skin up and grip and get some additional circulation in the tissue, you certainly can do that. If you have a tool that you like to use, like a little nubby tool, you can use a tool with it. It's not essential, but it does feel good to the client. I find that I don't like to do too much of the pinching type movements, just enough to get a little bit of circulation going, because cellulite sometimes can be painful if you massage it too much, which is why I really like the product, because it reduces the amount of time you have to massage. That looks absolutely beautiful. So now I'm going to move on to our final layer, and this is called the lipo lift, and this has our glycolic acid with 2 propeptides, antioxidant, rosehip, and pomegranate. So this is what helps with creating better turgor of the tissue. So in other words, the remodeling and the laying down of new, stronger, healthier collagen. So again, we'll take our piece sizes on each thigh, and massage it in. With the glycolic layer, I won't be doing a lot of the S. I really just want to lay this on the skin. Again, I just have to have you notice how concentrated this product solution is. Those 2 piece sizes have covered the entire back of the upper thigh, and so you can imagine if you were doing the whole glute area here, how a small amount of product is really going to treat a much larger area than what we're treating here today. So now that I have the layer on the skin, you can see we're already getting an enormous response, a beautiful response from the skin. My next step is going to be the wrap. And this is so easy. normally when we think of wrapping, we think of around and around and around the leg. However, this is not that kind of wrap. All we want to accomplish with our saran material, this is a basic saran wrap material that you can get in the grocery store, drugstore, and all we want to accomplish here is to occlude the product. And what I mean by occlude is to cover the skin with, this is like a dressing that doesn't let any heat escape from the body, and so this heat will help with the absorption of the ingredients. And that's exactly our goal, is to get these ingredients, these scientifically researched, well thought through, formulated bioactive ingredients. We want to get those into the tissue where they can work and perform their function of vasodilation, which is a very important part of the cellulite wrap, because what the vasodilation helps with is to mobilize fat, to increase circulation, create detoxification, shrink the fat cells, and then also with our beautiful glycolic product, we're helping to stimulate collagen synthesis and remodel the tissue. So we just have that tone turgor that we're looking for with the skin. So we'll process this step again for approximately 5 minutes. It could be 5 to 15 minutes. While the saran wrap, while the treatment is processing, you can perform an upper body massage, so head, neck. You could come down and perform a reflexology foot massage, a reflexology hand massage. There are other things that can be worked into the treatment. This treatment can even be performed using devices such as endomology, microneedling, microcurrent, lasers, cellulite lasers. So this treatment was formulated to be used as a standalone treatment. You can see you don't need a lot of water, so you don't need a shower for it. And it was formulated also to be used in combination with mechanical devices. So you have several ways that you can apply and use the treatment. Now for our lesson today, I am not going to be turning our model over and performing the identical steps that I've just shown you. For our lesson today, we're just going to treat the back of the thigh area, but in a real session with a client. This is the point at which I would help the client hold their gown. I would be turning them over onto their back while I carefully help them to retain the position of the saran wrap. And then I would perform the exact same steps that I just went over with you, that's in your protocol that we provide on the front side of the legs. So keep in mind, though, that not only will someone want to have this treatment for helping to lift, tone, tighten, and smooth the front of the leg, the back of the leg, the buttock area, but also the abdominal area, as well as the upper arms. As we get older, we have a lot of loose skin here on the arms, and this is also going to tone and tighten underneath the arms. So this is a zone treatment. while the body scrub, the Lipo Smooth, can be used full body, as well as the Lipo Lift, the glycolic body lotion, can be used full body. Our hero product, our Step 2 Lipotherm, is going to be for our target zones only. So we'll let this process with our occlusive dressing, our saran wrap, for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and remove it, and you're going to see this amazing vasodilation result that your client is looking for from a cellulite product that really works. Our CelluliteRx Professional Body Wrap has been processing for approximately 5 to 10 minutes by now, and I'm going to remove the occlusive saran wrap dressing so that you can actually see the difference. This is the effects of the vasodilation on our level 1 protocol with the pumpkin enzyme peel, and then this is the effects of the CelluliteRx with our level 2 glycolic peel plus 30%. And so this would be the end of the treatment. Once you remove the saran, occlusive dressing saran wrap, then you would just do as I'm doing right now. You would just massage any residual product, which there really isn't because that's all now been absorbed into the tissue, but you would just massage that into the skin, and then the treatment is complete. Mostly what I want you to see right now is when you're using the glycolic, you get an extra level of vasodilation from the CelluliteRx Step 2 and Step 3. So this is the way to advance your treatment after you have performed the pumpkin enzyme peel and the CelluliteRx product application. So I think you'll agree we have seen an instantaneous result, something that is way beyond what we would normally be able to achieve with a traditional cellulite product. This particular formulation is way more thanks to Jeri and her commitment to quality and results. So Jeri, I'll just ask you to talk a little bit about the how we're going to continue the treatment at home, and then we'll be closing our course for this video.
This is what is called the CelluliteRx Lipo Kit, and in this kit are the 3 products that you saw in the demonstration today: the Lipo Smooth Body Polish, Lipotherm Contour Cream, and Lipo Lift Firming Cream. As you saw in the video, you just use a pea size, a very small amount of the product. You'll start with the Lipo Smooth in the shower or bath. It's a good idea to not have the body be too wet, otherwise you won't get that great exfoliation from the product. You, as Lyn mentioned, you can use the Lipo Smooth all over your whole body as a great exfoliation product. You step out of the shower or bath, you towel dry off, and you do apply a very small amount of the Lipotherm Contour Cream in the areas of concern, and then you layer on the Lipo Lift Firming Cream. And that's your treatment. 3 steps, 3 minutes. You only have to do this treatment once a day. This kit is enough product for approximately 1 month, 4 weeks of treatment. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I want to thank Lyn. You just did an excellent, wonderful job with the course today, and I hope all of you really enjoyed the training.
And we thank all of you for being here and learning about how to have the Institut DERMed Healthy Skin, Healthy Body lifestyle.